Hola, buenos dias, Sabo, and good morning. This is Andrew Weston evaluating on synchrony sizing systems through its connection of its vibration systems and dimensional set systems, full calculation modification systems through the mind of its connectivity system. That system right now is going through energy pattern systems. I'd like to thank all the subscribers and viewers. Today's an amazing day, and I'll tell you why. So understanding, I was telling you about the immortal sun and the immortal moon sits in its atmosphere system. So understand that it's on a time frequency system through time switch. Okay, it's a digital time switch. And I was talking about my watch. What's on here is changing space communication timelines through its system. So it's changing everything through its body of its ecosystem, through its simulator system. The simulator systems are on all location systems. So it's understanding that your mind cognitive system is going through its connected energy waving pattern systems. So it's understanding how powerful it is when you get into the multiverse connection system. So it's on a time switch through a location center, through a dimensional set, through the matrix grid system. I communicated with the immortal moon, and I also communicated with the immortal sun. So they're changing their fraction divisions, they're changing the colorations, and they're changing everything through its divisions. It's extremely powerful what's going on right now. So I was centering its cyclical center systems through its connection of its vibration of its boards and its connection through its walls and its connection through its standing structures. The molecule systems through the molecule of its structure system is changing everything through the fractions of its matrix grid systems. It's extremely high information right now. It's understanding that the immortal sun is changing through its colorations, and it's also scanning through its mode systems. So we can do that through our body simulators. It's just how fast wind or force systems go through its traveling mechanisms. These things are extremely hard to do. So it's understanding, I was telling you about the 3-divisional set system where you high rise to all location systems. Well, that's what it is. So your body simulator is going to, you went into the atmosphere, you went into the hemisphere, you went into the stratosphere. Okay, the stratosphere is its connection to its biodome. So it's understanding how we're going to get communications with its heat signatures of its body frequency levels. We have to get connection with the coloration of the vibrations. We have to formulate everything through the pixel division, and we have to understand the mind of its cognitive system. Okay, it's extremely important what we need to know right now. That way you change the atmosphere systems through the colorations of your perceptions. Okay, so the high wind your forces, you're going to see different colors. Okay, so that means that the biodome, remember telling you about the therium and its content of its energy force system, it's high rise in its illumination light system. So the higher you go through atmospheres, the more it changes its colors. Okay, so the graphing cycle of the immortal moon is on a continuous force cycle system. So it's understanding how to catch these things. And when you mean by catch, it's like catching a fish in a net, right? It's the same thing with understanding communications of line signals through how you communicate with the immortal sun and how to communicate with the immortal moon. Okay, the fractional divisions, you have to understand your line division through its bounds. Okay, because it's on so many different dimensional sets in the multiverse connection. Okay, it's high wind in its forces, and it's extremely high in velocity spin systems. Like I was saying, you have to understand your acceleration, you have to understand your velocity, and you have to understand your altitude system, because your altitude system is going on so many waving cycle systems. Okay, so the more you connect through its atmospheres, through your body simulator, the body modulators are going to go through its mind of its cognitive system. Okay, and I'll say that again, because right now it's changing the fringing of its fractions. A fringing is like a cringe. Okay, and what that does is it changes the synchrony levels. It has to change the colorations. It has to change your voicing grid patterns. Okay, so it's developing a whole new body simulator through new body conception, through a body of its conception systems. So it's understanding the energy of its vibration system is changing everything, okay, to your ecosystem. Okay, now the ecosystem is knowing that it's going into a higher realm of its division through the galaxy system. So it simulates on a whole nother realm system, and that's how the body simulator comes on its full rotation, and that's how you get connected through its atmosphere system. So we are now on its continuous force through the body of its capacitor of its body modulators, okay, through the space modulators. We are no longer in the body of its ecosystem. Okay, so that's what it means. It's understanding that you're high winding your forces, your perceptions, your body changes. Remember I was talking about the energy pod, how it has its own energy force of its bubble system. Well, it's a plastic magna force system that goes on its energy of its vibration system, okay? It high altitudes all your atmospheres through your body simulator, through the mind of its conception, through its mind of its information system, how it connects to the magnetic force and highway information system. Okay, so the full wind cycles right now through the immortal sun and the immortal moon is understanding that it knows how to communicate with its lines, it knows how to communicate with its centers, and it knows how to communicate with its center core system. Okay, so it's very important how you guys have to connect through your atom, okay, through its connection of its interforce, okay, through interrelation, through partnership. Okay, so we have to formulate around that because your activation code is going to change its colorations through your body simulator. And that's how you connect through its dimensionals of its wind graphing cycles of its connection force when it comes to the dimensional realm, okay, of the graphing system, okay, because the multiverse is changing colorations right now, okay. So the immortal moon, okay, is what you see is just the reflection. It's white, it's bright white. It's not, it's actually yellow, okay. So it's understanding how to change these things through the scanning mode. If you can scan people, you can scan everything through the galaxy system. You have to understand time sequences through the digital formats. A digital format is understand the graphical center of your computer analytical mind system and how you can use these things through its connection. Okay, it's extremely powerful stuff when you can do these things through your own perceptions of colorations through dimensional set sightings. Michael, how's it going? So let's get started, shall we? We've got quite a bit of illustrations going on today, so I'm just going to formulate around that. So we're going to go through the blue cycling system through its connection of its vibration system, circulation rotation system. So it's sidewinding its angles through its modification centers. Okay, so that blue cycle system is its connection through the immortal sun, okay, the new coloration, and the immortal moon of its new coloration through the galaxy of the multiverse system. Okay, remember I was telling you how you go one finger point and you go through another finger point. Your 5-divisional level of the point system through dimensional set is an activation through this marker system. Okay, so you have to understand the atoms in its system. But now it's on a rotation system through now a galaxy system. So it's creating a whole new voicing grid. So it's understanding this has listening skill. Okay, this has its own cognitive mind system. It's very powerful stuff when you go high wind forces. So the higher you go through atmosphere systems, the more you can understand this marker system. Okay, through its blue, through its yellow, through its red, through its black, through its pink, through its purple, okay? You are connected through pixels, so you have to understand communication levels. We've gone past the radioactive, now we're getting into the gamma rays, okay? Now we're getting connection winds through force wind recognition systems, we're getting into new voice box systems, to the atmosphere systems, because everybody has to know how to communicate with the atmospheres, okay? Because we're sidewinding our angles, like I said, and we have to get full wind cycles of what's going on with the atmosphere's dimensional sets. Because when you're in space, you're going to have to learn how to scan these things. Star systems, mecha systems, calculation modifications, calibrations, mass systems, everything through its volumes, through its continuous force. Okay? Remember I was telling you about the metal graphing cycle of its system where it's connection through its dimensional earth and its 6 winds. It's kind of like a metal graphing system. Okay, and you cross-wind it. Okay? Open the plasma force system. Well, that holds the dimensional earth. Okay, remember I was telling you it's on its rotation spin. It's going through its cycle division. Well, once it changes its color, the body simulator changes its color. Okay, so your vibration is changing faster and faster. Your voicing grids are going higher and higher. Okay, so that's what's happening with everybody with their voicing patterns, the body simulators, body modulators, space modulators. Okay, so that's what's happening with everybody's perception right now through dimensional set sightings. All right, so let's get started. So basically understanding how you use your perceptions and how you can do these through scanning modes. Okay, so you got a wall cycling system through a wall, okay? Understanding everything within its center, okay? So that's what you got so far, okay? It's a wall, okay? So it's a structure of a wall system. I'll show you. Split divide, okay? Now you have the ceiling graphing system at its center, okay? That's the ceiling, that's the wall, okay? So you're facing front structure. So your atom system is on 3 waving angle systems. So it's here, and it's here, okay? 3 cycling system through a center of its rotation, okay, through its gravitational pull system, okay? This is where you get connected. So wherever you're sitting, it doesn't matter through perception, okay? Your visualization through your vocalization is understanding communication through the ground formations. Okay, so the ground formations like this. Okay, cycles and circles and so many. It's trying to understand your voicing grids. It's trying to understand everything through its connection, through its dimensional set. because the ground formation connects into so many cycle systems when it's connected through the body simulator. Okay, because your body simulator is on a high voltitude system now, modification and calculation of calibration systems. That's how we get into the cognitive of its system, okay? Because the energy cycles are changing everything through dimensional sets of its pixelizations. All right, so basically it starts off like this through the ground formations, okay? Now, everything that you see, let's just basically, this is you, okay? Now, when you're in scanning mode, you have to understand communication at all levels through perception, okay? This is how it sidewinds its angles. So it's understanding that you're communicating with 3 atoms of electronic interference, open to portal activation code systems through transformation light systems. Okay, so it's understanding you're not just using your cognitive system through the mind of its graphing system, but you're using scanning modes through its all connections. Okay, so basically I'm doing an outgrounding silhouette of you scanning on all mode systems through ground formations of communication levels. And that ground formation is on a circling wind cycling system, and it goes into your body system, goes up to the chakra system, up to the crown chakra, goes back into its illustration of its diagram program, okay, which is the body center of its surface system that's connected through the wall graphing cycle of its system through its ceiling system. Okay, so that's what's happening so far. Okay, it's getting extremely complicated now, guys. All right, this is understanding everything through your perceptions, how your high rise and your divisions through your perceptions, okay, through your body simulator. Okay, so now you're communicating wide cycling systems through its ground formation of its gravitational pull. So it's understanding how to get connection with your gravitation with your body simulator. Okay, that's what it is. It's just understanding that the ground formation has voicing sound. Okay, everything through the atmospheres, okay, the astral planes has sounds. So you have to understand how to tone everything through its vibration. Remember something about the synthesizer and its toning division? Use the keyboard phrasing systems. How you go from low, medium, and high and highest. That's the harmonic system. Okay, so each wall graphing cycle of a system is on a different dimension system. Okay, so what that means is understanding that this is in a different dimension, this is a different dimension, this is in a different dimension. These are 3 different portal activation code systems through your body simulator that's communicated through its allocated location system, through the ground formations, through your body receptor systems. So you're using your scanning mode systems and you go into sidewinding angles through dimensional set. Okay. Now, once you understand that, the ceiling of its cycling system has its own rotary system. The rotary system is understood through your body simulator system. Okay. All right. So now things are getting more complicated. Now, everything's going to frame through its system. The wall is going to go like this. Okay. And in the middle, it's going to shape shift its winds. Okay. That's what's going to happen when you see everything differently. Okay. So it's understanding that you're coming into the simulation. It's trying to understand its answering pattern system. An answering pattern system is understanding the velocity of your body simulator. So the simulator has to own its own voicing grid, has to understand your body simulator and understand the altitude of its vibration that it's reaching. Okay, that's what it is. All right. So once we get into the modifications, the calculations, the calibrations through the cognitive system, then we can understand the hydraulics. Okay, so the electrical system comes down like this. Okay, through the magnetic forcing highway information system. Okay, and the ground formation comes up like this. Okay. It's going through your body transformation lights. It's going through your voicing grids and your body simulator through its mind conceptions. Okay, so that's what's happening so far. All right. Now, once it gets into that mode, it goes into its transformation lights. I'm going to change the color of its activation codes. You're going to see the simulation, what it looks like. Okay. So wind graphing cycle through a system of a red marker system, laser mechanisms. This transformation light system, this is the connection through planets of activation of meteorological systems through heat signatures. That's what this is. Remember, every single time I'm going to do a video, I want to see how powerful you guys are through your mind conception of its mind system, because your cognitive system has to change its fractions of its division through the pixelization of its colorations. Okay, that's how you can wind force your system through your body simulator and change everything through its traction. Okay, so basically you have the red, it's going through its cycle systems, it's going through dimensional set systems, it's high rising its dimensional realm system, going through all waving cycles of its system. Okay, it's changing its fraction divisions. Okay, so that's what's happening right now through perceptions inside receptor divisions, okay? Now, once at a high ones at forces, you can change the coloration, get into electronic interference. Now, the simulation has a protected identity force system, so it high-rises its own division. Okay, so it's an outer surface circle of a century of a system that's connected through a vibration of dimensional set system. Okay. Now, all the electronic interference goes into the ground formations. The ground formations understands its information, then it goes back up to the magnetic magnesium force information highway system, then it goes back down into your crown chakra. Okay, so it's an electric bolt system that goes into the body simulator, rotates its atom system. Okay, so that's what it looks like so far. Okay, so the ground formations are getting full communication waves to electronic interference, going back into the magnetic force and highway information system through your positive feeds, through the mind of its cognitive, of its mind conceptions. So your scanning mode systems are going through a three-dimensional circulation rotation system through dimensional sets of its wall-graph and cycle system that's connected through your body simulator system. Okay, so the transformation light system of electronic interference is going into the body capacitor of its atom system, full winning its cycles, and that's how you get the dimensional rounds of its simulation. Okay. All right, so once you get into simulation, okay, and the simulation understands its contact of its information through your body simulator, this is what happens. Watch this. Everything that you see, okay, is going to disappear into cycle divisions. Okay, it goes round and round. Okay, so the whole idea is you're going to see this. Once you get in full rotation of simulation of your perceptions, then you're going to be able to see this. Okay, you see this first once you get up to its velocity of its wind spin system, through its activation code system, through portal activation codes, through three-dimensional divisions, through its well-graphing cycle of its system that's connected through your body simulator of the magnetic forcing highway of its grounds, and everything through its communication of its space connection through its times continuum. All right, so that's a cycling of a white system through a graphing of a circle system that's on an invisible system. Okay, all right, that's what everybody has to reach. So when you reach that, everything disappears, but it's still there because now you have partnership with the simulation through the well-graphing cycle of three-dimensional levels of dimensional set systems that you guided yourself into that dimensional realm. Okay, and that's what it is. That's how it's all started. Okay, so it's understanding how to communicate with your body system through your body simulator of its mind capacitor through its cognitive system, and how it changes its allocation through its locations of its diameters and its continuous force, okay, through its activation mode system. Okay. Now it's understanding this. What I just finished drawing is still there through the simulation. It's just using its protected identity force system. So it's really, really trying hard to use the perceptions and try to look at your locations of different dimensional set systems. You can open a portal division and understand the simulation of its rotations. Okay, once you get into the full rotations, the ground formations is through partnership through your body simulator as it's connecting through its crown chakra, and the crown chakra is connecting through its high wind forces through the magnetic force and highway information system, which is a magnetic energy field. Okay, so powerful stuff. I know I had to talk extremely fast there because I was in three divisional levels. Once you guys understand how to open your portals through your divisions, through its simulators, your voice and grid patterns are going to change higher and higher. And when it changes higher and higher, you know you're in a higher altitude of vibration system, dimensional set of an activation code system. So powerful stuff, eh, guys? Michael, Melissa, Angel. Hey, Angel, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. How's Melissa doing? How's Michael doing? How's everybody doing? Peace among everyone. So, what do you guys think of that, eh? So it's really trying to understand how to frame everything through its system and how you can come into the simulation of 3-point divisional levels of dimensional realms. Okay. You guys have to get more used to what's going on with your hand formations. Now, when you're communicating with ground formations, you have to understand hand communication, right? Okay? You have to understand communication. It's very important to understand what's going on with your hand formations, because everything through its diameter system is switching. Okay? So the dimensional system is changing its colorations. The multiverse is changing its traction of its divisions. The dimensional earth is high rising through its division of its vibration. Your body simulator is going to a high altitude of a division through a dimensional set through a matrix grid system. There's a lot of things that are going on right now. So I wanted to show you how powerful it is when you see something with your perception, it disappears. Okay. It shows you the illusory of what you want to see through. It's like the abstract. Okay. Trying to understand what it is. So when it starts moving like this, okay, it's going to go through cycles. All right. And it's going to come into focus. Okay. Once it comes into focus, okay, it understands your communication through your voicing, through its dimensional sets, through the synthesizer of its toning division, okay? And then it's going to disappear in front of your eyes, but it's still there. I don't know how important it is, but I don't think a lot of people know. I don't think people stare too much at what they see in front of them. The more you see something, the more you see at something, the more you see through something, okay? So it's actually seeing beyond of what you see through its object. That will disappear, okay? That's in the simulation, but it's still there. That means that you have set your division through your body simulator, and you are now on its communication level of its intelligence, okay, through the simulator of its line system, okay? Now, once you get the programmer system through its cognitive system of its mind system, through its connection system, now you're on the hydraulics of its communication level system, okay? And then you see everything through its factorial of its division. So it's extremely powerful when you get into simulation of its perceptions. But I'm just showing you how powerful it is and how things are in its activation. Activation is everything. But it's really, really trying to concentrate on what you see in front of you. Okay, and once you see something in front of you, you go beyond it. Okay, so like I said, it's here. You're looking at this, but you're not looking at this. You're looking at what's behind. Okay. Once it looks behind, okay, you activate its activation code system. Remember, it's up to line frequencies, how it separates, but it's still energetically inclined. It's always in through its line information. Well, now it's communicating with you, and it's going to go like this. So what do you think? What are you going to do? Are you going to off when it's cycle, put in a dimensional set, or are you going to want to make it disappear? So when it disappears, you know it's on its right location. Once it reaches its right location, your perceptions are in its balanced division. That's where you are in the simulator. So when it disappears, it's still there. So you disappear, the object disappears, but you're still there through its fractal of its division, through its vibration of its communication, of its intelligent line signal. So, but yeah, I just wanted to bring that to everybody. I know I talk extremely, extremely fast. Wow, I know. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot that everybody has to be informed with. The more you get informed with the simulation through your perceptions, the more you understand your diameters and everything through its frequency levels of your dimensional sets and your sightings. You want to get your perception levels through its continuous force so you can reach that voicing grid box system. Okay, once you reach that voicing box grid system, is now communicating with you through the simulation. Okay, so it's going to disappear. When it disappears, you're on its balanced frequency level, and then you will disappear. Okay, the only thing is that you only see your perceptions of what you see that's disappeared, but you don't see yourself disappear. Okay, because your mind is not telling you through interpretation, and that interpretation is going through its cognitive system. That's where it goes into the placebo. That's where it goes into the cortex. That's where it goes into mind telepathy. That's where it goes into telekinesis. That's where it goes into its operation program system. That's connected through its vibration system, through the energetic of its waving, and it's connecting through its electronics, through its wall graphing of its cycle system. That's connected through its dimensional realms. It high rises its divisions through its modifications, calibrations, its mass, and its volumes. That's what it is. That's the connection to everything through the mind septical system of its unit system that's connected through its vibration of its body simulator system. So Yeah. But please watch back this video. The energy cycle through its division through the white graphene board of its system. You're going to see how powerful it is. I didn't activate it. I just wanted to show you the graphene cycle of its illustration program system, because if I activate it, everybody would go through it. So it's imagining that your body simulator of its system through its space modulator of its body capacitor system can go through 3 divisional levels of dimensional realm systems. Okay, if it goes through a dimensional realm system, your body of its simulator goes into 3 parallels of simulation world systems. Okay, so it's understanding that you can have 3 divisional levels that split divide into your body simulator. Your energetic system through its pixelization can go into 3 divisional levels of dimensional sets, and then come back into its phrasing system, back into its energetic, its vibration of its body simulator system. It's powerful what you can do when you go through the mind. Okay, so it splits the molecule system, the molecule of its structures, okay, and how you can evaporate and, you know, anything through its volumes, okay, and how the body system can just change its coloration and go into different dimensional sets of vibrations. Okay, now if you get into the sequency system through its circuitry of its defense, then you can create, remember I was telling you about the 3 divisional levels that are 4 or 5 or 6 or 7? That depends on your locations and how fast you want to go through its accelerator. Okay, remember I was telling you about the roping? You have to understand which way your body's going to go, because your transmission lights is communicating. So once it communicates through its balance, you're going through the simulator of its mode system. So it's understanding you can take tractor divisions through your body separator and take everything through your body simulator, and how you can split divide your body system into 3 parallels, 1, 2, and 3, into 3 divisional levels of dimensional set systems, and then platitude back into your body simulator through its atmospheres of its dimensionals. So it's extremely powerful what you can do through the mind, guys. It's really powerful stuff. Yeah, it's really cool once you get into the transmission lights of everything through its dimensionals of its sightings. Yeah. Yeah, it's really trying to understand your perception through the simulation, how everything disappears, but then it reappears once you get the full rotation of the communication levels of balance. Once you get balance with the simulation of objects, then you can go there anytime, any place, anywhere. Okay? It's extremely powerful stuff. And you can split your cognitive system to all energy systems of dimensional realms through a portal activation to another multiverse system. Okay? That's why it's very important to understand you're traveling through your mechanisms. Okay? Because everything is modified, everything is calculated, everything is lined through its frequencies. You have to understand the singularity of its lines. Okay? This is not point division. You want to get into the mortal state, like I said before, so you can get into the God switch. You get into the God switch, then you can get to the communication of a simulation through its perceptions. Okay, then you have understand the creation through your body simulator and all communications of vibrations. So, do you go into this realm, or do you meet together through another realm? That's a good question. You can go into any round of any communication vibration, Melissa. You just have to understand how to change your molecule system when you're in space. So it's understanding that you can evaporate, you can go like this, and all your pixels just go. So your whole body system is in the synergized of its system, which is in its body of its atom system. Okay? The only thing that stays is your atom in the center. Okay? Because it's your body simulator. Something has to stay together. Okay? But I'm just saying how powerful the mind is, how it can split device in 3 divisional levels, okay, in 3 set point activation code systems. And then you can go into those 3 paraphrasing dimensions through the wall graphing cycle of its system, through its center of its activation, circulation, rotation system, okay? Go into so many different realms and come back into your body simulator. So it's understanding how to communicate, not just with 1, but 2, but 3 divisional of dimensions. Okay, higher formations of communication through the simulation. Okay. So they're in totally different realms, but then you come back into your body translator, into your body simulator. Okay. And then you formulate everything through the space of its modulator. So yeah, it's extremely powerful. That's why I want to do the illustration of diagram program for you, for everybody to see and what you can do. Okay. So it's allowing yourself to see yourself into the simulation for the very first time. Okay. The body simulator can do that. The body ego can't. The body ego is understanding the conception of 7 divisional lines and its connection through its 12 altogether, where you get into the body conceptions and you get into the solar divisions. Once you paraphrase that, you get into the body simulator. You're in a higher altitude atmosphere system. Okay. This is where you communicate with higher entity force systems through gravitations, anything through its solar division, anything through its the synchronizing system of you, but you're understanding that your perception is changing everything through its vibration, through your activation of your pixels. Okay, your pixels are in different mode systems. They're in different colorations. Okay, and they're on different behavioral system. Okay, it's an emotional contact division that's on a vibration system through a different shape. Okay, because your chakra system changes through its voicing grids every second of every day. Okay, there's 7 days in a week. So knowing that, knowing what you can do with your body simulator. Okay, so it's just understanding that this is energy of its communication levels through electronic interference of intelligence, through its vibration, through its harmonic systems. Okay, and how you can allocate locations. So I'm trying to do it in so many different ways so you can understand the process of what's going on through your activation of your body simulator and what you can do through the mind conceptions of its mind system. Okay. But remember, I said, before you go through these portals of its divisions, you have to scan through your body simulator. Your body simulator has to have its full connection through its line system. That's the only way you get into the singularity, okay, of its numbers. Then you get into the activation mode of the matrix. Once you get into the matrix, you can change the shapes of its anomaly system. You can change the circle and rotation system, but it has to be a circle, okay? You can't go through a square. You can't go through a triangle, and you can't go through a rectangle, okay? The reason why is the portal activation code system is not set through your body simulator. It's on a different location of the vibration system, okay? So I could do that, right? I'll show you how you can do these things, but knowing and doing are so many different things. So I'm just showing you how you can go through so many tractions through your body simulator, through the body modulator, through the space modulator, through the perception of its modulator. We're into the modulator mode system through its atmosphere systems now, okay? So I'm showing everybody how they can go through their transformation lights through its communication levels, right? So we'll start with the circle and cycles, okay? But you can paraphrase yourself. You can't go through the matrix, but you can go through the simulation. Because the simulation can change the atom. Remember, you go from one atom here and one atom here, and it can change it. Remember about the speed, velocity, wind, spin system, how it can change its velocity, okay, through its activation. So it has its own emotion through its contention, and that contention is changing its vibration through its line signal, okay? So it can go up and down, it can go around, it can do whatever it wants because it's now on a continuous flow through a mind system, and it's connecting through its balance of its simulation of its world system. Okay, these are the things that you can do in the simulation. Okay, you can go through any shape that you want. You can overlap your shape. You can do whatever you want, but one step at a time as we're going up those frequency levels. Okay, we have to channel divisions right now through shapes and everything through the pixels of its coloration, through its vibrations before we get its bounce, through its traction of its division. So there's a lot going on right now in the simulation, but the more you get its content and its information panels, the understanding of its dimensional sets, you understand how to use your portal activations and how to communicate with objects through your perception of its divisions. So, yeah. Question or comments? I think what we're going to do is we're going to get into the scanning of objects so everybody can get a better understanding. Now, your body simulators are going on so many divisions of fraction divisions. Now, a fraction division is understanding your shapes of its anomaly of its division when it comes to coloration of its pixels. So, because every time you react through its motion, your pixelization in your body, okay, changes its color. So you have to understand that you communicate with its right color, its vibration when you're scanning anything through objects. Because if you scan a mode system through an objected system, okay, and it's on its rotation, okay, but it doesn't in its full wind cycle of its system, that coloration is going to change your body simulator system. So it's very important that this is going way beyond light and dark. Okay, we understand our energies, we understand our energy fields, okay? But this is now not the matrix anymore. We're communicating on levels of the simulation, all right? So you have to understand how to use the right coloration, use the right vibration, use the voicing grid system, use your own perceptions through its right coloration, okay? Use your emotional content, okay? So you have to modify everything through the mind of its frequency of its levels before you can communicate with anything through objects. And that's how you set your divisions through its portal of a dimensional set system. Through the atom, it changes to meet the realm to higher rise and activation through the body system with color and vibration. Do you find common vibration? Everything is a commonality. Okay, the commonality is everything through its interest. So if you want to paraphrase everything through an object, you have to understand that your activation mode has to be the same coloration and the same activation and the same pixel before you can communicate with anything through its objects. Okay, that's what it is. But yeah, it all starts with the buffering. Yeah. It only comes into line frequency system when you understand the communications of its energy, of its intelligence system. So, but you have to find the right vibration through objects. Because if you communicate on a different level through rotation of a cycle division, okay, you're communicating with something else. Okay. Now, like I'm saying, when you pick up a rock, okay, and a rock grows from the ground, a rock grows from wherever, okay, it has its destination, it has its history, okay. It could be tossed, it could be thrown, it could be anywhere, okay. Now, just imagine. This is fascinating. This is really incredible stuff. This is understanding that. Even though a rock, you think rock doesn't have a brain, it doesn't have a mind. But when you're in the simulator of its world system, you have to understand everything through traveling, okay? Everything travels. Now, if you throw a rock, that rock is going to go somewhere else. Somebody's going to pick it up or throw it somewhere else. Or it's going to go through its wind factors, okay? Or it's going to travel higher and higher through all locations, okay? Now, if you come across that same rock, then you know it's on its right vibration. That's understanding it's been years and years and years, and all of a sudden you see that same rock, okay? That's understanding that you still have communication through its electronic interference, which means that you are linked to that rock, okay? Physically separated, but energetically patterned, okay? Once you get into the pattern mode system, your vibrations of its illumination, of its pixelization is on the right coloration. So that's not going to change because you already have partnership with that rock. No matter how many years go by, you still have that communication with its right vibration through its rock of its surface. Okay? It's extremely powerful when you see these things. Okay, that's understanding conceptions of everything through its vibration of its rock surface. When it goes into continuous force, okay, because everything rotates and circulates, it's just on a different voicing grid system. Okay? So that rock could be going 50,000 miles years later, and you still see it. You can be in the simulation and travel to that mechanism and see that same rock just through your dream sequencing system. Okay, that's understanding that. Okay, now it was here, but now it's a dimension, so it's in a higher dimension. Okay, so everything travels. Okay, it never stays in one place. Okay, the more you guys understand that, the more you understand your body simulator and what it does through its divisions of traveling. Okay, because the mind travels in different ways. Okay, it goes in different places through its operating program system, right? That's the same thing with anything. Okay, anything. Everything is built, everything is DNA structured, everything is put down, everything is put back up. Okay, everything changes, okay, through its molecule system. Okay, that's the same thing with dimensional Earth. But when you're in space, everything through the molecule system changes everything through its DNA structure of its fractal system. Once you get into the structures of its DNA structures, then you understand your biochemical system through your modulator. Once you get into the space modulator, then you understand your atmospheres. It's very important to understand that you're in the stratosphere right now. Okay, you're no longer in the atmospheres right now. So your body simulator is in space all the time, floating. Okay, and every time you go through its frequencies levels through its mind conception, it's telling you exactly what it wants to do. Okay, so basically your body simulator is changing colors of fractions and divisions of pixelizations, communicating on all levels of force recognitions through space identity force connections. Okay, so it's extremely powerful stuff. So it's knowing how you go 3 divisional levels of body systems and you're going up. Okay, so you're paraphrasing, remember doing the illustration diagram, you go from the human vessel, okay, all right, to the body ego, and then you get into the simulator. Okay, once you get into the antimatter particle system, then you're changing everything through the galaxy system. Okay, so do you attract more of what you vibrate? Well, attraction is everything. Okay, traction, you can have attraction to anything, low frequency, medium, or high frequency. It's understanding how to communicate with anything that you pick up through an atom. Okay, because everything is vibrating, everything is energy. Okay, so the more you understand your energy that goes in, like I said before, I keep saying that over and over, and it's a good thing that you guys are understanding, but this goes out to the new viewers. When your energy systematical system goes into a body ecosystem, not the body simulator, because you guys are not rising yet, but it's high rising through its vibration. But once the energy goes into it, circulates and rotates. Now, if you understand the energy of its intelligence, then you understand the energy of its object. Okay, that's how you get attraction through yourself. Okay, because it's a reflection of everything through the body simulator. Okay, that's what it is. You're our reflection to the simulation of everything that you see through its object. Okay, that's what it is. So through my perception, I see everything through for what it really is, through its reality of its similarity, of its connection of its simulators. Okay, all right, that's why we're into the body simulator, because it's a simulation mode. Right, it's understanding that, you know, the astronauts, they have simulators that they go on for planes, helicopters, whatever. They do that for test runs, right, to see how they do through atmospheres and anything that they go through, how to land, and understanding, you know, the altitude, the you know, everything that's going on through its correction. So with anything with its problem is understanding everything through its communication of you. Okay, so it's a reflection of you, but it's like that a diameter switch which changes everything through its body frequency levels. So you understand when you get into the attraction of anything through vibration, you have to understand that your perception is the simulation, fully and completely. Okay, you can't think with the human mind and the brain, or you're not going to be able to understand attraction. You're not going to understand anything through vocabulary system. Okay, because anything through an energetic pattern, like a rock or a surfacing of a ceiling or surfacing of a wall graphing cycle of a system. Okay, I just had a star system. Do you feel that light? You see that light switch? See that light switch that just flicked? Okay, it's amazing when you go through your perception of simulations, you can see stars. You don't think it's possible? It is. It's understanding that you're going beyond everything. Okay, so I can see stars in the day. Okay, that's how powerful it is when you get into everything through its communication of its vibration. And that's how it comes into its attraction. That's how it comes into love. So you have to love everything around you, basically, is what it is. You have to appreciate everything that you see. Okay, that's where you get the voicing of its grids. That's where you get this communication of its levels. Okay, of everything through your body simulator. So, but that's how you attract more of what you vibrate. So once you start appreciating yourself more, everything around you is going to change. Your mind system changes, everything around you through the mind is going to change. Okay, you are a reflection, okay, of a higher self of you. Okay, So it's kind of like a mirage. It's kind of like a mirror, okay? From a distance, everything's a blur, and all of a sudden you see something, okay? And all of a sudden you come up to it, it disappears, right? It's a mirage, okay? That's because you didn't drink any water, or you're just really tired, or your mind just goes boggly, you know? It's a foaming gas system that goes through its transmission light system, so it's all foggy, right? So it shows you what you want to see through your minds of its perception when it comes to the positives, right? So if you want to see a house structure, you want to see a mountain climbing, through its interforce connection, you can do these through the mind, but you can't do the human vessel. Okay, that's all about creation. So it's understanding that everything has its attraction motion. Okay, so a mountain can do whatever it wants. Okay, understanding how to appreciate things of yourself, you'll be able to understand how to appreciate things around you. Okay, now once you understand how to do these things, you can start mastering everything through its energy of its vibration. And that's how you communicate with everything, through its connection of its intelligence. So Michael, you have a question, but you don't have one. That's okay. That's totally fine. It will come to you through your mind frequency level system. But this is more, it's more the cognitive side of everything, it's understanding just the humanity of you, okay, and the spiritual of you, okay. You understand your human vessel, like I said, okay, but you also have to understand how to master the spiritual of you, which is the inside of you, okay. Yeah, I keep answering it, so I'm actually getting there myself, I guess. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's extremely complicated. It's confusing to the mind. But like you said, once you get into the simulation, you're going to see the real of its reflection, which is you, the real you, okay? The self-dichotomy of you through the simulation, okay? Because like I said, we're in the body simulators right now, and it's going to force wind our cycles faster and faster through its perceptions. So the more you understand the energy cycle through its division, the more you understand its intelligence through its vibration of its harmonics, through the singularity of its point division, okay? I keep saying point division because there's a lot of people that are still confused about that, but it's good that they're high rising. If you high rise and you don't understand the singularity, why are you high rising? Okay, that's understanding that you don't understand your mind. Okay, your body understands it, but your mind doesn't, or your mind does and your body doesn't. So it has to be balanced every time you go through its atmospheres. Okay. You can't use a mind conception system through the hydraulics of its circuitries if you don't understand your balance through everything. Your mind has to be in its continuous force, okay, through its soul's recognition, through its heart's recognition, okay? They all have to be balanced. They have to have the answering mode system through the positive feeds. So everything through its connection, like I said, sidewinds, and it goes through the circulation rotation systems. That's how you get into the communication through vibration. Okay, but just be cautious on that too, because like I said, just when you see things, make sure you scan. You have to understand your hand formations and how to communicate. Okay, it's very important. Everywhere you go, because you're more of a magnetic system now through magnetic force. You are a magnetic force high interconnection of an interforce relations system through its connection of its simulation of its mode system that high rises through all divisions of body simulator system. Okay, so you're high winning your forces through atmosphere systems through its modifications and its celebration. That celebration is understanding your communication with its natures, its grounds, astral planes, and its atmosphere systems through its dimensional sets of the galactic force, the matrix, simulation, the infinity, and the gods. So, hey, Reflection, how you doing? I'm seeing you well. I feel like I'm being cyclically attacked by people, almost like I'm being drained. subconsciously. Am I allowing this to happen? Want my energy to feel protected at all times. Yeah, it's extremely important. Great question, reflection. The reason why you're going through these provisions is because everybody's seeing you through a different vibration. They see you through their perception because their anomaly system is it's on a realm system, but it's on the alloy of a metal system. So it's understanding that they don't understand your energy. They don't understand your vibration. They don't understand your behavioral. They don't understand your body simulator. Okay, so you're going to have reflection motion systems through your vibration of an energy field. So everywhere you walk, you're going to connect to so many people through vibration. Okay, and they're going to have reactions to intermode connections. What that means is that they're reflecting through your body as your body is reflecting through their body. Okay, so it's understanding how to balance everything out through your projection of its device system. Okay, that's very important. But that's an extremely good question. Thanks for bringing that up, reflection. Yeah, a lot is going on through the energy-wise. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's really understanding how to protect the mind. Okay, because the mind knows how to protect itself. But do you, through your body simulator, know how to protect your mind? Okay. So once you walk outside, okay, here, I'll show you. I'll do an illustration. So reflection gives a better idea. I like using the blue because the blue identifies everything through illumination light of a circle, of its rotation of its white graphing board system. So I hope everybody picked up everything through its calculation, modifications, calibrations, mass, and energy. Use those 5 divisional levels of point activation codes through space of its connection through its time to continue, because we are coming into space and we're coming into time frequency systems, because our body simulators are going to get a more high rise. All right. Okay, so reflection's in the middle. Okay, so I'm just going to do an outward cycle system of him, of his body. Okay, that's another thing everybody has to get connected with too, is your body system. Now, Michael is understanding what's going on with nature, but he doesn't understand his communication through his mind. That's extremely okay. That's nothing wrong with that. That's why I'm here. I'm here to help everybody out to understand what's going on with your fractal divisions through your body, its mind system. So once you understand communication levels, you're going to understand, okay, this is reflection. Okay, that's reflection. I like to do examples on people. It helps out. So basically, now understanding your body, okay, is understanding everybody else's body through the energies. No, basically, when he goes through and he scans like this, okay, as soon as he walks outside, he's scanning, right? In all ways and forms. Okay, he's going from this way, he's going from this way. Okay, it's very important that we scan every day, right? We do these things, okay? So he's in a scanning motion, all right? Now he's connected through his mind, okay? Now it's communicating on positive wavelength systems. Now, once he connects, okay, this is how it starts, okay? So he's communicating, all right? Now, once he communicates, he's going to be connected with his energy fields, okay? This is what happens every day when you guys wake up and you go outside, okay? It's very powerful stuff. Now, understanding that your body simulator is going to connect an energy device system. So you're on a rotary system, okay? That rotary, not rotating, rotary, okay? Rotary is understanding the line sequency, okay, where it comes into the linear of time frequency system. It's understanding that you are in space and you are in time, okay? So your balanced frequencies. The thing is with reflection, he doesn't understand if he's in space or if he's in time. Okay, so that's what's happening with reflection. Okay, he doesn't understand the difference. That's where his anomaly situation is on a diameter switch. So his mind system is very consistent through his perception. Now, as soon as he sees another person that's on a low vibration, okay. So the thing is too, when a body simulator high rise its division through its circular rotation, he has 3 divisional levels in his body system. Human through a vessel, even if they meditate, they only have 2. So it's understanding how to get these energetic waving patterns through its energy field. That's understanding consumptions and its consuming of its knowledge of its system. Okay? So it outwins its cycles through its connection. Okay, so basically, reflection is in the mirror. Now he sees somebody. Okay. As soon as he sees somebody, he's interacting with its relation through its energy field. He understands that it's a dark energy, but he doesn't know what to do with it. Because the mind conception, okay, through the human vessel, okay, is understanding what's going on, okay, with reflection in his body system. Okay. Everybody has perceptions. Everybody looks around everywhere. Okay. So it all depends on what you go through your positive feed mode system. So basically, reflection is interacting with the person. He understands the energy. Okay. But he doesn't understand, is it in space or is it in time? Okay. That's why he's going through a confusing mode system. That's where he's going into subconscious, and he's allowed himself not to feel protected because he doesn't understand his body simulator. Okay. That's what it is. So it's really trying to understand that, are you in space or are you in time frequency system? Okay. So basically, I'm here, but I'm everywhere. That's understanding space and time. That's how you get balance. So it's very important how we get our body simulators into its balance mode system. Okay. So the mind capacitor of the human vessel doesn't understand the energy of reflection, but it knows it's glowing. Okay. That's the understanding that the human vessel is going on its daily business. Okay. Now, once it sees somebody different, it gets attracted to it. Okay. It's like endorphins to an exercise bike. You know, you get on an exercise, you get that mode system and you get that energetic waving pattern and you feel great, right? Well, it's an energetic system where reflection has his patterns, and those patterns go through its community. Okay. So reflection is going to see a lot of people come at him, but the human vessel doesn't understand the energy. Okay. But it likes the energy. Okay. So it's attracting energy. That's what it is. Okay. It's like moth to a flame, right? It's the same thing. So basically, when the human, through its vessel, communicates reflection, it's like, okay, fine. All right, it walks up. It's understandable that either the human vessel will walk up to reflection or will walk away. Okay. Now, if reflection doesn't understand the energy of its vessel, okay, his energy field is going to connect to its energy fields of its human vessel. And that's where it changes the mind system through the human vessel. Okay. So it's very important how you guys have to understand, are you in space or are you in time? Okay. Because everything is a frequency level. So you have to understand yourself. Because space is subdivided. Okay. Space and time aren't the same. They're in totally two different solar systems of the multiverse of its connection through all levels of continuous through your body simulator. Okay. So that's the connection waving cycles right now through reflection, okay, where he's going through the humanity system for the very first time, okay? So the more you high rise through your balance of your body simulator, the more you understand the energetic patterns through the human vessel, okay? So it's really, really trying to understand what's going on with humanity. So if humanity doesn't understand you, but you understand humanity, but you don't understand the energy, there's no balance there. It's all subdivided. It's not a framing mode system. It's not in balance through anything through calculation, right? Because the mind has to connect, okay, with the energetic pattern of the heart. The heart has to connect with the soul. They all have to connect through its line division. That's how you get into solar division through its energy field system, okay? So the humanity system has an energy field, but it's only one, okay? The reason why it only has one, because it's on condensed alloy of metal. Okay. See the difference from a reflection from his body system to the humanity of its human vessel system? Okay. So it's understanding that, are you communicating in space or are you communicating in time? Right. So the mind has to understand its conceptions. So when you're approaching somebody, okay, like I said, I have to heal people. I can't talk to people unless I heal them because they don't understand my vibration and they don't understand where I am, but they understand that I'm not here. That's the beautiful thing. They say, wow, you're not here. You know, people come up to me, are you in a different dimension? I said, yes, I am. See, humans are smart. They understand their perceptions. They understand their heart. They understand the waving patterns of the energetic waving pattern system. But what they don't understand is space and time. Okay? So you have to allow yourself to see yourself, to be yourself, to know yourself, to feel yourself all around atmospheres of community systems through humanity systems. That's why we use gravitational belts. That's why we use interforce connections through its energy field systems. That's why we use invisible charts through scanning mode system. That's why we use invisible chest protectors. Okay, you have to understand how to use your protector divisions through angels and archangels. Okay, that's the only way you guys can go inside and protect everything through your energetic bubble system through its body simulator. Okay, but that's what it is. All right. So it's really trying to understand communications with your energies through light and dark, through space and time. So, but that's the problem you're having there, reflection. That will balance out through your body simulator. Okay, it's your mind conceptions has to be on its balance through its frequency levels. Okay, that's how you communicate through its humanity system. But you have to ask yourself, are you talking through space or are you talking through time? Okay, so yeah, no, I'm glad I showed you, man. It's just once you get connected through your body simulator, you pretty much know everything because you're in a higher altitude system. Okay, anybody that's in a body simulator, okay, is no longer in the atmosphere. You're in the bioatmosphere, okay, of the stratosphere. And it's extremely, extremely powerful when you go through perception. So that's why reflection's having a problem, because that's why reflection had to take a break from my videos, because it's high altitude information of energy system. And everybody's going to connect through my energy. Okay. The alliance is forming. Okay. There's nothing I got to tell you guys. Alien nations of plantation formations are going through calculations and everything through the plantation of grounds, the circles and the cycles of its crops are changing colorations. It's changing its body fractions. You have to understand everything. The reason why we put crops on the ground, because its circulation rotation is a vibration system. So it's understanding it's reverberating around its atmospheres. Okay, so everybody goes around its grounds. Those crop circles are connecting through its body system. You don't even know it, right? It's powerful stuff and what you can do through energy. Okay, I can heal through mind telepathy. I can heal through mind physical telepathy. I can heal through anything. I can heal through thoughts. I can heal through connection. I can heal through body transformation light systems. I can heal anybody's body need structure of molecule system. That's how powerful you can be when you go through the energy of its mind system. Okay, so the mind is everything. Okay, so as soon as you walk on those grounds, you don't know it, but that energy of its cycle division goes into the mind system. And that's how it connects to these grounds of its crops. That's why we have aliens and plantations of formations coming in through its laser mechanisms. 4 divisional levels, cycle wind spin systems through the hydraulics of its vibration system. I was telling you about that. How you get 26, one back way, one force way. That's what it is. High rotates into the matrix grid system. Okay, now this is low information. And this is what everybody's going to be able to do when you understand the mind of its balance of its conceptions. This is how you allocate locations through space and time. Okay? So, but that's why we have crop circles on the ground, because it's energetic waving patterns through communication of alignment systems that high-rise its divisions into body scepter systems. Okay? So let's just say you have an electric rod. Okay? Now, basically, it's raining. Okay? Falls. Okay? Now, basically, you can't touch the ground, right? You electrocute it. So it's very important to understand electricity. So basically, it's electricity that's going into your body system. That's what it is. Right? It goes into the mind capacitor system. That's why there's crop circles on the grounds. I have to keep giving you information of energy cycle systems, but it's understanding that my high wind forces through spaceships and alienation plantations, I have partnership with everything through the galaxy systems now. So yeah, I can see that, Melissa. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You guys are having a hard time. You're going to have a hard time because you have body simulators now, and the body simulators are trying to communicate through use, space, and time. Okay, so you have to understand the differentials of what space is and its atmospheres through all communications of levels of electronic interference, communication of planets, intelligent line systems, okay, through simulation. Then you have to understand time sequences of time zones, timelines, everything through its time linear lines, the bend of its reality of its time, okay? Remember I was telling you about the triangular base through the trithesis? Well, we get into the it's a square fraction system it's called a red circle division. Okay, a red circle division, understanding the plantation, okay, through locations. Remember I was telling you about the Bloth decay? Well, it's understanding how to volume yourself through its force recognition when it comes to planets of dissolvements. Okay, so it's really trying to get connected of what's going on through space and time, right? So that's what everybody's happening through the atmospheres of your body simulator. So the more you high wind your force, the more mind is trying to get balance. Okay. So, but yeah, it's a very hard time quieting the mind because the mind is getting smarter and more intelligent, more knowledgeable, Melissa. Meditation is difficult. Yeah, it's pretty hard to meditate. You don't need to meditate anymore because you're in the body simulator. You can meditate easy in seconds. You can have your eyes open through your visions. You can use your allocated locations of your positive system through your mind of electrical system. And you can change anything through shapes. You can change anything through communication. You can change anything through communication. You can change anything through coloration. Okay? So. Yeah, you're going to feel that. Yeah. It's going to balance. It's understanding. You have to understand full communication with space and understand your communication with time. Okay? Because when you understand that you're ahead of everything, then you become ahead of space and then you become ahead of time. That's how you know everything, right? In reference. Like I said, you can smell something from miles away, right? You can hear something from miles away. You can feel something from miles away. You can hear something from miles away. You can see something from miles away. That's what I'm saying. It's getting connected through space and time ahead of everything through its time. Okay? Once you get into the time zones, then you get into portals. Once you get into portals, then you get into the matrix. Then you get into the simulation. Then you get into the mortal state. Then you get into the gods, okay, of its creation. All right? So we're trying to work up those channel divisions through the energy of its septical system. But like I said, one thing at a time. But I'm here to help and guide you, if there are anything through questions or comments, that's what I'm here for. You guys are you're gonna go through a lot, because your body simulator is on a different waving of an atmosphere system. Yeah, it's trying to get connected through space and time. Yeah, to receive and to share. Mm-hmm. Like I said, you have to know how to appreciate everything around you, right? Like really take time and look at things, like a lot of people don't do that. They don't look at the atmospheres. They don't look at the immortal sun. They don't look at the immortal moon. If they do, it's look for seconds like, hey, look, there's a falling star. They just look up, but they don't actually look up. They just look up and then that's it, right? They go back to whatever they're doing. So they're not paying attention. That's what I'm saying. You're not going to be able to get anything within if you don't understand anything without. Okay? You have to come within. Everything is within. Okay? Because there's portal activations to the front and the back. Okay? Your fourth wind cycles right now through your identity location system, through dimensional set system right now. You're paraphrasing right now. You're coming into the fifth reflection. Yeah, no, you can't be in the eighth. If you in the eighth, you would not understand anything through his humanity and anything through his atmospheres. Your dimensional sets would sidewind its angles, and you be fraction division through all different colorations. So your body system be going like this, because you don't have balance. You have to have balance through space and time before you can go through these portal activations, right? Well, the thing is too is that reflection. Oh, reflection. Yeah. Okay. I just up when your cycles through its balanced frequency system. Okay, so yeah, you're in the body simulator. Yeah. So you're trying to get used to your division through your balance. You're trying to get used to its mind of its cognitive system. That's why. Yeah, it's a platitude division. The new chakra system is understanding it's a modulator, body simulator. Okay, it's understanding that the chakra system is its connection through its atmospheres. So you're trying to communicate with the voicing grids of atmosphere systems. That's why you're having problems. That's why you're having problems with humans. That's why you're having problems with the mind of its conception. Okay, so. But the new chakra system that I created is a whole new location system. Okay, it's a whole new coloration. It's a whole new vibration. So, but no, you can't identify what dimension you're in because you have no balance through space and time. Reflection. You have to get partnership with yourself before you can get partnership with anything through communication and vibration. Okay, these things take time. All right, they take time. Yeah. But the thing is, too, it's a really good question that reflection brought up, is that you can't stay in a dimension. He can't stay in the eighth if he is in the eighth, but he's not in the eighth, okay? Because it's on a totally, totally different vibrate communication of intelligence, okay? There's no way anybody can stay in a dimension. You can't. You have to go back in your human vessel, okay? That's the one thing I bring to everybody's attention. You can't do that through its communication of the higher self. Everything through the galactic or the matrix or the simulation of its diamond core system. Once you get in the simulation, you are the communication levels of your dimensional. So you become a self-identity through a reflection of a mirror system. Okay, that's what the simulation is. Like I said, it's a mirror of you, right? So well, yeah, I'm in the immortality of God's reflection. So I see everything for what it really is. Yeah. It's not that I have a larger vision. I just have unlimited vision of everything. Okay, there's a difference between larger vision and higher vision. But I have unlimited of communication of vibration through energy. Okay, that's what it is. You really have to watch my videos, reflection, because there's a lot going on right now, especially through the energy of its intelligence and its diagram program system. So. But if you want to get into the spectrum, okay, that's a really good question. Okay, the spectrum of everything, okay, is understanding how to communicate fully and completely with the immortal sun and the immortal moon. Okay, You have to be the eyes of the window souls of the immortal sun. You have to be eyes in the windows of the mortal moon to communicate with everything through its vibration of its energy, through its intelligence. Then you get into the singularity, and then you get into simulation. So, yeah, you're trying to free space so I can absorb the information fully without distractions. I know it's extremely hard. Yeah, it's complex. It's not information anymore. It's energy of its intelligence. Okay. You're not trying to channel the vision. You're just trying to understand your body simulator. You're trying to understand everything that's going on, because it's kind of like being reborn again through body of transformation, through manifestation. Okay. You're metamorphosing through electrical devices. You're going through its connection energy wires. You're going through phrasing systems. You're going through location systems. You're going through atmosphere systems. You're going through identity force systems. You're going through body simulator of activation code systems. Your transformation lights is changing coloration through the voice box system. There's a lot of things that are going through your body simulator now, reflection. Okay, everything is going to find its balance. Okay, so the more you understand the listening skills of your mind, okay, because the mind has its own voice. Okay, everything that you see around you through perception of objects, things, places, anything that relates to humanity's system through its gravitational pull when it comes to dimensional Earth, okay, has a voicing grid. Okay. Sometimes you said yesterday triggered me when I flew out of my body and saw myself everywhere and understood my locations through past, present, future. There you go, Melissa. See, Melissa's getting balance. She's going more through not just her activation modes, but she's going more through her behaviorals, and she's getting connected fully, completely with her vibrations energy system. So she's getting connected with past, present, and future with her atom system, which is great. So good for you, Melissa. Excellent. I like to see update modes through your body simulators. It's really good to see that. You know, it means a lot to me because it just gratifies everything through its cycles. You know, it puts a big smile on my face. So it's good that, you know, the teacher is learning from the pupil as the pupil is learning from the teacher. That's the whole understanding. If the teacher is trying to teach the pupil, but the pupil doesn't understand the information, then the teacher's not giving the right information. That's what it is. So it's really, really trying to communicate with the mind. Okay, so when we communicate now, we don't communicate, okay? We don't communicate with the brain. We communicate with the mind, right? It's powerful stuff. But the brain is there, okay? Because you have that human vessel, okay? The brain is a powerful, powerful unit system, okay? It's just the mind is the creative open cycle system. Okay, that's the difference between the brain, okay, and the mind, right? You have to understand electrolytes, okay? You have to understand infusing mechanisms. You have to understand your dichotomy system. You have to understand your ecosystem. Ego, not eco, ego, okay? You're always going to be fighting with your ego, always, every single day, okay? The less you fight with the ego, the more you get bounced through its atmosphere system, through its possession of its body simulator system. So. You have any information about the sun currently? I'm watching videos on Schumann resonance and solar flares. I've heard that the sun is sending light codes towards Gaia. Is that accurate? That's an interesting pattern division. That's what I'm saying. It's going on that's diameter situation, how I change the colorations. Okay, that's basically understanding that the renaissance through the solar flares. Okay, the information that you guys get through its connection is understanding the energy of its communication and vibration. So when you're seeing something like that, you understand, is it on the light or is it on the dark? Okay, that's the thing. You have to be cautious. You have to understand that it's a magnetic force through an energy of a teleportation system that's trying to communicate through your mind system. So you're going to believe whatever you want to believe, right? So it's an allocated location of a gamma ray system. Okay. So if they're light formation, okay, they're transmitting information into your mind system through its magnetic force of its transmission light system. That's what it's doing. So you got to be cautious on that. But everything's still going through coloration, yeah, through Gaia and the immortal sun and the immortal moon. Because like I said, I changed the colorations in the immortal moon, and it changed the colorations of the sun of its interaction with its gamma ray system through its radioactive programma system through the immortal sun. So, yeah. Just now is the time for everybody to be cautious in what you watch. Okay? Be very cautious. Because your mind conceptual system is extremely real now. Okay, so the videos that you watch are going to telegraph your system. Okay, what that means is going to translate. Okay, and it's going to overload your system. And it's going to put new energy. It's going to try to go in there and create new intelligence. So you got to be cautious on light and dark. Okay? Because now you guys are getting connected through your energy of its body simulator to its vibration of its intelligence. Okay? So. You're going to be able to deal with a lot more with your frustrations, your angers, your stress levels. Yeah, it's all about. Are you asking me or telling me, reflection? You're pretty sure that she's connecting with light. You're just wondering. You're not at that division of an energy of its communication through its balance. So it's an interesting question that you brought up. But I just told you the answer. You have to understand that your perceptions are the most powerful thing when it comes to sightings. Okay. So everybody, some people are colorblind. Some people see different. Women see different colors than men. Men see different colors than women. Okay. So if a man sees a color as red, but a woman will see it as a bright red or an aqua red or red or ruby red, right? So it's understanding people can go colorblind, right? People can see through their own perception, through its division. That's how you understand that your mind system is understanding your locations, okay? So everybody's on a different DNA structure through a biochemical system, okay? Because you're through the molecules and particles and energies and so many different divisions of energy septical units through the galaxy systems. That's where you get into colorations. That's why the galaxy is so beautiful. So knowing your perceptions and what you see through its fraction division, you understand the communication of vibration through its intelligence, okay? And, you know, everybody sees the immortal moon as light, right? It's a bright light. But when you're in the immortal scent through its gods, it's not white, okay? It's gold, okay? So that's what I mean, is understanding balance of everything through communication of everything through its frequency levels. That's where you get into full rotations, okay? You have to understand your dichotomy system through light and dark, okay? So really try to analyze yourself through your body simulator. What is this? What is this? This is not just a sweater, okay? This is a materialistic, computerized, analytical graphing body septical system that's connected through a black surface. That black surface is connecting through its star systems. The reason why I say that is because it's a reflection from its white circling center of its system, of its shirt system. That's what this is. So it's really, really trying to understand the mind of your balance, okay, through all connections, through your perceptions, okay? Can I explain the DNA is connected with ascension? That's a good question. I think I paraphrased that with my back video. I was talking about how I was going through. Okay. All right. Let me draw it. This is the only way you're going to do it. All right. This is understanding. I've been through this before, but you guys are asking me questions, but it's on my videos. It's very understanding to pay attention right now. Okay. So understanding pixels. Okay. So you're making pixels. Okay. I'm trying to make it the best as I can, but it's understanding that your body system has always been in space all this time. Okay. Now, your body system is particles of energy through its galaxy system. Okay, so I'm doing dot frequency line systems through communication to gamma ray systems and showing you what my body was going through. Okay, I'm just doing dots right now. I'm just paraphrasing everything right now. But I'm just showing you what the body is. Okay, so basically this is me. Okay, now what you're seeing right now is pixels. Okay, this is all pixels of me. Okay, now, so it's understanding that. It's a good question too. Okay, so basically I'll do a circular rotation of just me. Okay. You guys are going to get a better understanding of what's really, really going on. Okay, so this is me. All right, so it's understanding. Okay, this is you in a human vessel. Okay. Now, what happens when you get connected through space? Okay. What's going on right now is it's opening ascension through its dream sequencing system. Okay, so your human vessel, okay, is coming out. Okay, and it's going in all waving cycle systems through its pixel division. Okay, so like I said, it's getting used to its atmosphere system for the very first time. Now, once it gets used to its particle universal, you understand your energies. Your energy system, you're getting into your energy fields. My energy fields are blue. Everybody has a different cyclical unit system through the perception. Some are green, some are red, some are purple. It depends on your perception. So whatever your perception you'll see through space. That's how you get connection. Maybe that'll help you out through its activation of portals. So mine is blue. Okay. So understanding that this, okay, is getting familiar with its atmospheres. So it high-rise its divisions into its atmospheres. Okay. All right, it's in its atmosphere. So it's coming out of its human vessel. The dream awakening is awake. Okay, it's coming out of its ascension. Okay, it's changing formats. It's changing the molecule system through the DNA structure. Okay, DNA. DNA, space structure. This is what everybody's going through. Okay, this is what happens when you go through these things. Okay, so once you go through that, then you go through higher communications of the higher self for the very first time. So you're formulating to all communications of space. Now you're flying around. Okay. So you go from the human vessel to a DNA structure, a biochemical system. All the particles and energies are changing. And then the first time you're flying around is a higher communication of a higher self through the atmosphere system. Okay. That's what's happening with everybody. Once you go through my energy cycles and I change, as soon as I heal you, once I heal you through space, this is what it is. This is what goes on through sequences, through the human vessel, biochemical system, DNA structure, change in molecule system into the atmospheres, communications for the very first time in the higher self. Okay. That's what it is. All right. Now, I think everybody's getting a better view of how everything is put together once you wake up through your ascension. Just wanted to show you that. But hopefully you get a better idea, reflection of what's going on and why we go through these things. So, all right. So I think that's good information for now. I'm going to let everybody go, but I'm going to keep you on its transmission lights through its body simulator to keep you motivating through its activation codes, through its electronics, through its pixels and its divisions. Okay. This is high rising through Andrew Weston, through its connection of its pixelizations, of its activation codes, through its simulators, its modes, and circulation rotation systems. Calling out. Adios, everybody.